Ghosts are real. Well, most of us think like that, and sometimes it's not about the imaginations but the incidents. Some people claimed weird things happened to them, and that must be something out of this world, or in other words, paranormal activities. So, we are going to listen such 5 goosebumps giving stories from their perspective. I don't know if you are brave enough to listen these, but it's truly based on real incidents. So hey guys, I'm Ishan and you're watching Rebound Box signing in. Number 5. When I was a young kid, I had a really big room. My parents always made me close the door when I went to bed as well as pull down the shades completely, which left the entire room pitch black. And I mean pitch black with no hint of moonlight or anything else in the room. Now that in itself wasn't a big deal. I have never been scared of the dark and never anything odd happened either. Until one morning, I woke up a bit earlier than usual. I think it was around 5 am-ish and I started hearing voices. I immediately recognized them as not being my parents, and at the start they were whispering. I can't remember what they were talking about, but I remember that as soon as I quietly called out, being the retarded kid I was, they grew louder fast and more voices started talking at once, each over the other until the room was filled with incomprehensible chatter. I panicked, scrambled out of bed because screw that shit, and tried making my way toward the door and voice growing louder and louder. And I heard some of them voices started to laugh, and I distinctly remember them laughing in a very mocking manner, taunting me for something. When I finally reached my door and just pulled it open, everything was silent completely. Nothing like that ever happened again, and after that, I never entered a pitch black room again. Number 4. I was with the friends Jess and Daniel. All nights I've been getting glimpses of shadow-like apparition. They look like the outline of a body but no facial detail, and I can't even determine if it is a male or female. I didn't think much of it because I never felt a threatening feeling from it, so I shook it off most of the night. Anyways, we pull up to Daniel's house and we say bye. As soon as she closes the door, an overwhelming floral smell comes through my AC. I check my rear view mirror to where Daniel was previously sitting, and there was an older woman sitting there. I knew she was a spirit because the things around her looked faded, dull, and lifeless. Even though it was just the backseat of my car, she seemed like a painting. We kept driving, but the air got heavy, like hard to breathe. Like when you go outside in a really dense fog, it's almost like you have to try harder and harder to get a full breath. We rolled the window down and then turned on the radio. The moment later, I turned the music off because I was starting to develop a headache. As soon as I parked my car, I felt the air thicken and heard the silence take over. I checked the rear seat and there she was, the old woman. But this time she was looking directly at me. I froze and kept eye contact with her. A minute passed, which felt like hours, and then she looked away. Then a loud humming started and I deliberately closed my eyes, covered with my ears, trying to make the sound less irritating. As soon as I opened my eyes, everything stopped. No more shadows, no more weird old lady, no more buzzing, and I can hear the normal hum of our water heater. I haven't seen her since, but the shadows come and go. Number 3. This happened last December at my parents' house. It isn't particularly old, but it is quite big. So anyway, I was coming back from my friend's house about 2 nights before Christmas Eve. I got home quite late. My parents were already in bed. I was about to go into the part of the house I was staying the night. As I walked into the dining room to turn off the lights, I glanced into the lounge and looked in the direction of the aforementioned cupboard. Oddly enough, the split second before I saw something, I felt as if something odd was about to happen. The physical sensation I experience when seeing things. I have been frightened before. I have been in dangerous situation. I have been scared myself. This was different. When I saw this manifestation, instantly every single cell in my body freaked out simultaneously. I cannot emphasize how terrible that feels. You have absolutely no control over it. Maybe that's the frightening part. My body knew instinctively that it was in the presence of something not of this earth. I slammed the door of my room shut pretty damn quick, as you can imagine, although I have no idea what protection a shut door would have against something like that. I calmed down pretty quickly, considering what had just happened, and then looking at the experience objectively. Funnily enough, thinking in 5 minutes after it had happened, I was thinking, did I really just see that? Was that real? I have never seen anything since, nor do I expect to. The sighting was an accident, someone or something being caught unaware, the hidden spirit in the house revealing itself. Number 2. This happened about a year ago. I was in my basement and I had to get something and bring it up. I thought there's no need of turning all the lights on cause I was only down there for a minute and I was just about to walk back upstairs. Suddenly, I saw what I can only describe as a bright white shadow glide in front of me and up the stairs. The shadow was about my height, freaked me the fuck out and ran upstairs faster than I knew I could. Oddly enough though, the freak out only happened after the white shadow disappeared. When I saw it, I had an immense feeling of peace and comfort. Number 1. So it was a normal day, normal routines, everything was normal. I went to bed, fell asleep pretty quick. I usually dream every night, but this night I didn't. In my sleep, I was beginning to feel this pressure overcome my entire body and began to feel like I was being pushed through my bed onto the ground. Now I woke up, but I couldn't move. I could see though, and when I looked up, I could see just this darkness hovering above me. I couldn't move and I felt like it was pinning me to my bed. I tried to scream and I did everything I could to move. I was terrified and felt this dark evil feeling. Out of nowhere, the shadow immediately lit up and I could move again. As soon as it lit up, I literally shot up and got the hell out of my room as fast as I could. Luckily, my sister was getting back from her boyfriend's pretty late and it was about 3 am. I found her walking in just as I ran out of my room and to the downstairs. I told her everything and I was shaking so bad. So she told me to sleep in her room with her and I did, except I couldn't sleep. That's it guys for today's video, and I know I'm a bit late here, so forgive me about that. I'll be back with another video this time pretty soon. Until then, have fun, take care, and signing.